CosplayOH. I'm here with Justin. Now, what will we be making today?
Well, today we're going to be making Deadpool Belt Buckle.
Nice. Okay.
Everybody wants a Deadpool Belt Buckles. Why not make
Everybody.
one? Everybody.
You know, your mum, your grandmother.
That's it. Okay.
Nieces, nephews.
So what we're going to start off with is 6mm EVA foam.
Yep.
Craft foam.
Craft foam.
Eckerleys. I don't think Eckerleys sell it. Nah. Riots.
Right. So, so a craft supply shop, art shop sort of place will have this.
We're going to need ruler. You're going to need this great little tool.
Okay.
And what it does, it cuts circles.
Awesome.
Okay, so it's a bit like a compass.
But with a blade.
That's it.
Awesome.
Okay. And then I'll let you know what we need.
So if I walk into a craft shop and go, I need a compass with a blade, they'll know what I'm talking about?
Pretty much.
Great.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is put it on there.
So you just make sure that it's going to be bigger than the actual belt that you've got it on.
That's it. You can give it like a
good to go.
Quick little run around like that.
Yeah.
And you can sort of see a circle forming,
Sure.
which to me that looks about the same size as what you want for a Deadpool belt buckle.
Okay, great.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that right down.
Yep. Don't do this on your brand new laminate kitchen bench.
Like I did.
Justin's long-suffering wife.
Yep.
And you've wrecked my kitchen again.
Exactly right. Okay, so what we're going to do is just going to work it. We're not going to go full on into it.
Okay.
Because these blades, for some reason, don't like to get pushed too hard.
Okay.
And you're going to start ripping things. And,
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So there's your circle.
Great.
What we're going to do is we're going to make another one of those.
Alright.
Just make sure it's the right edge.
See, normally I would be looking at just putting like a glass or something over it and tracing it, getting the scissors out and trying to make it curved and yeah.
That's it.
Alright.
Okay,
It's
so
full of knowledge, cosplay knowledge.
That's it. So now we've got 2 circles.
Alright.
Okay. This is going to be our base. This one's going to be
They call it.
the front of the buckle.
Sure. That's the technical term.
That's it. So what we're going to do.
Find the middle.
Draw a circle.
It should be pretty easy to find, seeing as though you've got a hole in the middle there.
Pretty much. Then what we're going to do is
measure the outside one with the inside one kind of lined up, which is pretty good. Use the quilting, the old big quilting ruler. It's perfect for measuring things.
Those 2 lines, match them up.
Because I'm the kind of person that freaks out if things aren't perfect. Everything's got to be measured exactly.
Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do now is bring this in. So at the moment we're on 8.
Okay.
Bring this so you can see a little arrow right there.
Yeah. We just bring it over that way, you can see.
Nice little arrow.
Nice.
So we're just going to loosen it off. Probably
6.
6.
Okay.
Straight into it.
Otherwise, how would you know it's Deadpool? Besides the fact that the person wearing it is probably acting like a tool. Right? It's compulsory if you dress as Deadpool. There are limits though, people.
Yeah, be the character.
Yeah, be the character.
Don't be yourself as the character.
But be aware that other people around you are not also characters.
That's it. No inappropriate touching.
No touching.
Only
Touching's
only
never cool.
Deadpool can do that.
Yeah, and Deadpool's not real. Sorry to burst your Santa fantasies here, but oh, I just ruined that too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Justin. Are you okay?
Just killed it for me. Get upset now.
If any kids are watching this tutorial, I'm really sorry. Maybe we can just edit that bit out where I ruined Santa for everyone. Or are you more worried about Deadpool?
Deadpool. It's about Santa.
Screw Santa!
Deadpool's the one who brings me gifts.
Really? That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is.
Are they just chimichangas?
Let's just edit that one too.
Oh. Alright.
So we're just...
We're working our way through there. Because if you get impatient and try and push through, it's just going to rip the phone.
That's it.
I'm learning so much. It's pretty solid, this stuff. Doesn't seem like it'd snap.
Nah, it doesn't snap.
I say as I bend it.
It's all snapped. Okay, so we've got our semicircles happening there, so we're just going to match this one up.
Yep.
So this one.
That one. Get out the handy scalpel.
That's it.
Trying to line things up will not be fun. So take your time.
Yep. Cosplay is not all about rushing.
Oh, it's about finishing things at 3 o'clock in the morning before a con, because you can't rush, isn't it?
Never done it.
No? You've always had things finished?
Always had things done.
Oh gosh.
2-3 months before a con.
Oh, what? I've been spray painting the morning of a con, just going, everything's not dry.
That's it.
Alright.
Okay, so like I said, see how it's all rough and all that sort of stuff?
Yep, yep.
Okay, unfortunately it's a tiny little blade. It
Yep.
doesn't go through perfectly.
Sure.
So if you want to clear that up, you just get a Dremel.
Sure.
And
If
just
you don't have a
clean it
Dremel,
up.
could you use fine sandpaper or something
you
like
could use
that?
sandpaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Alright.
So I used to make belt buckles just with EVA foam.
Okay.
We never do that again.
No?
No. As you could
Not
see,
since Wobbler?
No.
Wobbler's changed his life.
Wobbler's awesome.
Changed
So
the
as you can
future of
see,
belt
we've
buckles
got a
forever.
nice belt buckle
Yeah.
happening.
Nice. Awesome.
Now, we're going to make a smaller circle.
Okay.
Two.
Not quite big enough. A little bit bigger.
Yeah, a little bit bigger.
Trial and error.
Trial and
It's
error.
all about trial and error.
That's it. You're not happy? Try it again.
So what are we on now? We're on 3,
On 3.
and that seems to be a better size.
Yep. This tool here, you can buy from any art shop.
Yep.
Not too sure you can buy from Bunnings.
Bunnings has
Or-
most things, might not have this.
Or Officeworks.
Bunnings or Office Works.
Officeworks may have it, who knows?
Never know.
Okay, it's because you've got your little hole there.
Yep.
Just cuts
Okay.
little circles.
Yep.
And that will get placed here. Like such.
Alright.
So you can
Nice.
start to see the belt buckle starting to
can.
form.
You can.
Okay.
It's starting to look very Deadpool.
That's it. Right, so what we're going to do after we've done that, now you can go with a smaller one. I believe there's a traditional one where he does have the small little eyes.
Yep.
And small eyes like such.
Yeah.
Which I think you might go with that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Why not?
Why not?
Let's do it. So what do we need next?
Okay, so once we've done that, we need a hot glue.
Oh.
You have prepared it well. Okay, so we're just gonna
helps if you talk to your tools. It really does.
Come on, baby.
What are we going to call your glue gun? We've got to give it a name.
You're good with the names.
They're all called Steve. I'm not good with names at all. What about Gary? Gary the glue gun. Do you have any objections to Gary the glue gun?
Let's go with Gary.
Alright, so we've got Gary the glue gun. See? As soon as we've named him, he works.
Okay, so basically we're not putting step glue.
Okay.
So we are going to
Get all the cobwebs out.
That's it. Just make sure it all gets around properly. And just give it a push. Just a little push, not a hard push. Otherwise it could slide off.
Yep.
Just that little bit.
Yeah. Don't want to risk things being off centre.
Bits bit in there, clean it out.
Still sticking the eyes on.
What we're going to do here is we're going to leave a little gap.
Okay.
Trying to find the middle, which sort of helps with your little,
Yeah, with that hole that's there from the compass blade.
your little dots.
Compass blade just sounds so badass, doesn't it?
It does.
Compass blade. Compass blade.
Coming to a cinema near you.
Oh, that'd be the worst movie ever.
Oh, wouldn't it?
Compass blade.
You watched the movie
Cutting
called
through foam.
Rubber?
No.
About a tire, kill a tire.
Are you serious? Is it real?
It's awesome.
See, I'm kind of a sucker for terrible movies like that, like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and
very arty film.
Sharknado.
This has got the best opening to a film I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Rubber.
Rubber. Go see it, kids. Or don't.
Don't know where you find it.
Purchase it from your legal internet movie service.
That's the one.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Alright.
we've got a belt buckle
we've got
starting to happen.
Deadpool arms. So, let me guess.
Wobbler!
Wobbler time!
Wobbler time!
Alright.
Trusty fabric scissors.
No! You can't. Oh, they're not fabric scissors, it's okay. Everyone at home can relax.
That's it.
Because you all get as worked up over that as I do, right? No one gets as worked up over that as I do. Besides Yasmin, I think she
Can you
is.
please pass me my heat gun, please?
I can. Ta-da!
Thank you.
Alright.
There's a lift or something.
I should do the...
Escalator here. Okay. Can you go down the basement and get me that?
I'm terrible at this. Oh. I found an old piece of foam.
Or you just oh, is that down the basement?
It was. Basement's full of foam and wobbler.
Awesome.
Wouldn't that be great?
Okay, so we're just going to heat it up, get it all nice and soft and gooey.
Nice. Alright. Do the wobbler dance. There's dances for everything.
That's
There's
it.
the waiting dance, there's the wobbler dance.
I'm just going to stick that on there like that.
Okay. I know, you can hear the fingers going. Fingers.
Okay, so I'm just going to heat this up just a little bit more.
And using the blunt end of the scalpel,
That's right.
not the sharp end, and keep your face away from it while you do this. Ah! I suppose you could use the end of a paintbrush or something as well, right? Yeah. If you'd like to be a little safer.
So I'm just slowly just pushing it down. You don't want to go pushing it too fast or too low because you start to rip it.
Sure. You don't want to stretch the wobbler too fast.
But it stretches quite a long way, so.
Yeah, it definitely does. Ah.
You don't want that either.
It's a bit of testing it out and
Yeah.
making sure you've got it at the right temperature. Might take a bit of practice, a bit of time.
That's it. A little tear here. That's alright.
So what to do in case of a tear? Smother it in paint.
That's it.
See, that's the thing about CosplayOH. We don't just show when, you know, things go perfectly right. We show you how to fix things when they go wrong as well,
That's it.
which is pretty often. Although wrong isn't really a thing.
No.
It's all just another challenge.
Awesome.
Pressing with
Fingers.
the useful thumbnails,
That's it.
fingernails.
That's it.
Where are these 2 nails? You can use them for things.
Awesome.
Would it be possible to do little repairs on that section as well? Is that a thing that you can do?
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Yeah.
I just don't.
So you could just like cut off a little bit of wobbler and just heat it up onto there to fill in the gap again?
But look, it's Deadpool Belt,
Yeah,
so it
weathering,
it can have damage.
battle damage.
You know, so it's what you can get away with.
Exactly.
But by all means, if that's when that's dry,
Yeah.
you want to take that off with a little bit of wobbler from behind.
Okay.
You can do that and then stick it back on again.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is let that dry just a little bit.
Okay. So it's cup of tea time.
Drying time music!
Alright, so that's all dry.
Once it's all hard enough,
Yep.
just with the scissors, I like to just chop
So
away here.
are we leaving any particular amount of seam around the outside or anything like that? No?
So I'm going to pull that off.
Alright.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start to do this one.
So we're getting as close as possible, right?
This.
Good if you could use the compass blade for this part, but it probably just wouldn't go through the wall, would
Nah, that's rubbish.
it? You need a compass blade with like
Yeah,
a blade, like an electric blade, to run around the outside.
that's it.
Inventing tools. That's what we do here. Can someone make that, please?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Zoom, to go straight through.
Okay, so we've cut the top off.
Okay. Alright. Again.
Side views.
Ah. Uh-oh.
A little bit more heat.
Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? It's gonna work. Luckily. Jeez, Justin. We'd have to fire you.
How did I forget that?
Get someone else to come in and teach us stuff.
See?
Far out.
Useless. Okay, so
There we go.
there's the nuts. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make this area here.
Okay.
So the way I like to do that. Right, so
Seeing something for the first time here? Is
Yeah.
this what's happening?
make sure your wobble is nice and straight. Like that one there.
So we're measuring out the width of the actual buckle itself so that we can roll that around the edges.
That's it.
So you'd probably be making something out of wobbler and end up cutting off a strip like that, and you just make sure that you don't
Yeah,
throw it
just
out
don't
because
throw
you
it
can
out.
use it for things.
All recyclable.
Yeah, and a great big box of wobbler scraps. You never know what you could use it for.
You're right. So we're gonna- Now this is the way I do it. Some other people might do it another way.
Okay,
That's just whatever preference
sure.
you want to work with. But I find this is the easiest way. So we put like a nice little
Yep.
thing happening there. I'm going to heat it up.
Alright.
Heat up music.
To the wobble heating dance.
That's it.
We've got the wobble heating dance, we've got the waiting dance, there's all sorts of dances that you can incorporate.
Okay, so what I like to do
Over
is,
here so that you can see.
what I like to do is put the middle part
Yep.
of this right up the top.
Okay. So that way any seams are on the bottom.
So if you see anything that doesn't match up, which is not going to match up,
Yep.
you sort of it's all underneath, so you're not going to notice it too much.
No worries.
So you can see.
And if you can, is it preferable to get it all in one strip, or it's not really a big deal?
You can, it's a little bit hard to.
Yeah. And watch your hands on the heat gun, they do burn.
I do.
But our hands are made of stone.
Just put up with the flipping pain.
Or wear welding gloves or something.
That's it.
That'd be funny. Actually, try and cosplay in welding gloves so that you didn't burn anything or
Yeah.
hurt anything. It's probably better to accept the fact that you're going to get hurt.
Yep, pretty much.
You're going to have blisters, you're going to be in pain. But your costumes all look great.
Yep. And there's no real safety equipment to wear
Yep.
while you're doing this. It's just don't burn your fingers.
So we're just pressing those edges in, making a nice seal there.
This little piece down the bottom.
It was a tiny bit too big, just so that line was there. Yep, so just measure it up.
Here's your thumbnail. I've also got my thumbnail.
It's the most common tool you use in cosplay. My thumbnail. What?
Thumbnail. If it jumps around
Jumping
like
around
that,
a little, yeah.
if it's alive,
Yeah.
you just do it on slower speed.
Don't blast it so much. Yeah, rather than try and hold it there with your hand and burn your hand, just reduce the speed on your heat gun.
That's it.
And if you do only have a hairdryer, it is possible to just use a hairdryer, but it will take you a lot longer.
And as you can see, I have matched that up with that one there. This one's just a little bit too long.
Yep.
Just give that a little bit of a snip.
Alright, and you can just stretch it over there for that gap.
Let's use my thumbnail again.
Kind of stitch those seams together.
If you have any sort of hangovers, not hangovers like drinking,
Bits of warbler that are hanging over the edge.
but yeah, just give them a little bit of a snip off like that.
Yep.
You can see them.
Nice. And can you also sand this if it's a bit weird?
No,
No, you cannot sand warbler.
not seeing warbler. You can Dremel it,
Yeah.
but what a Dremel tends to do is because it's a runs off high speed,
Yep.
it actually melts the wobbler.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So that's why it works, but sanding it won't do anything. There you go.
So once you've done that, see a few little gaps.
But don't leave your creations on the dashboard of your car.
No, don't do that.
Or in the boot of your car on a hot day.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what we're going to do.
I shall move the heat gun to a safe place.
Now you can stick with just this buckle, okay, but because we're going to put it onto a belt, you want to wobble the back of it,
Okay.
right? Because the screw will not fit into the back there.
Sure.
Well, it will, but it'll fall back out.
Right. So the wobbler on the back of the belt buckle stops screws from coming out once they've drilled in one way.
Yep.
Fantastic. So you can literally just screw your belt buckle onto your belt
Pretty much.
with a drill.
That's it.
That's kind of cool.
Alright, so what we're going to do is just make it a little bit wider.
Yeah.
Now the whole reason I've done that is so if you do put it on there like that, once it's done you can cut it off.
Okay.
I tend to like to just make the circle so I don't have to do any cutting, it literally just sits on there.
Sure.
But I'm going to show you how to do this part.
Okay. Heat gun.
Here you go!
Heat gun. It's nice and warm.
Do this in winter.
Yeah. Lots of heat gun projects for
Oh,
winter.
summer's horrible and there goes a heat gun.
Yeah, that's just heating up the edges of that wobbler on the side.
That's correct.
Nice. At first I was like, wait, why are you heat gunning the foam? It's not. It's the wobbler around the edges. Alright, so that will be dried soon.
Yep.
Quick cup of tea.
Quick cup of tea and...
So many cups of tea.
Yeah, no.
Cosplay is
Probably
mostly tea.
cup of tea and toilet. And,
And we'll be back.
yep.
Alright, so we've had a cuppa, the wobbler's dry,
The wobbler's dried.
and it's stuck to the table. And okay, it just rips off. Easy.
So don't be scared if it does wobble, if the wobbler does stick to anything.
Yep,
Okay.
it will come off.
It will come off. As
Okay.
soon as it's dry, it literally is like this again.
So yeah, something that seems like it's never going to come off the surface, when it dries out, it will lift off quite
We're
easily.
going to do the same as what we just did before.
Yeah.
Just trying to get that as close as possible, but not close enough that we're going to start
Making holes.
making holes.
Sure. We have come so far on this.
Scissors too.
Yeah. Not your fabric scissors though.
Use the fabric scissors.
Don't use the fabric scissors.
Okay, so that's pretty much
Pretty much ready to go.
what we want.
So you can use the Dremel around the outside if you wish.
You can.
But no sandpaper.
No sandpaper. And basically, got like a little hole there.
Yep. Just heat up and fix any holes that you see. And it's all ready to be painted.
Already be painted.
So will you prime it and then paint it, or just the paint goes straight on? Yep. There we go.
Now,
Deadpool Belt Buckle.
now to paint.
All ready to paint. Ooh,
Is this?
we're doing something different this time.
We are.
So normally we're seeing you hit things with a spray can of fiddly bits.
That's it. No fiddly bits happening today.
And this time, what have we got? We've got the rail email colour.
So these you
It
get
says
from any.
email colour.
You get any of these. Get all these paints from
Art
art
supplies.
shops. Pretty much anywhere they have crafty sort of stuff.
Awesome. So what type of paint is this? It's enamel. It's
It's an
enamel
enamel.
paint.
It's an enamel paint.
Okay, great. So this is the sort of thing that you use on miniatures and
Yeah.
things for like
Model-
D&D
model-
characters and stuff like that.
Model planes and cars and all that sort of stuff.
Awesome. So do we have a dry brush here or a wet brush?
No, I've got a wet brush. This one here, I'm not going to really care about.
so it's kind of a bit slap happy.
That's it.
It's a good way to describe it, isn't it?
Pretty much. So we want to get all those edges.
Yep. So yeah, I see what you mean by, you know, if there's any holes or gaps or anything, it really doesn't matter because the paint just covers everything.
See that.
You cannot even see that there's a gap there.
And definitely from a distance you won't see it.
No.
So we're just going to bring that just over just a little bit.
Yep. Nice.
That's that there. Make sure you got some tips handy.
Okay.
This won't wash out in water.
So that's what you're dipping your brush in right now. That's terps in there.
That's it.
Not water, terps.
Not water, tips.
Now, do we need to wait for that to dry before doing the next bunch of colour? Alright, so it's cup of tea time again.
No, we're just going.
No? Oh!
Heat gun!
Heat gun! See, some things you have to wait, some things you heat gun.
That's it.
This is why we make these videos. So that it's not confusing.
This is like if you go, oh my god, my belt buckle's just broke.
Yep.
I've got some crappy one. I'm going to quickly make one.
Yep. Yep.
Which takes like 40 minutes, but
that's alright.
if you've got 40 minutes,
at least you can go, look at my belt buckle, man.
that's it.
I made this. I think there's a certain sense of, you know, pride that you get from being able to make something as well.
That's right.
You know, if you're just starting out, yeah, order some stuff off eBay or whatever, but add some bits to it yourself. Add your own touches to it. You know, you could get yourself an eBay Deadpool lycra suit, but then make your own belt buckle and belt and pouches. It's a nice way to add to it. Give it your own touch.
You can tell people you made it yourself.
Exactly. That part anyway.
That's it.
The rest made by eBay. Or if you follow our other tutorials, you can see how to airbrush and fabric paint your own Deadpool.
Correct. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I like to sponge it.
So this is just regular kitchen sponge. This isn't fancy, super expensive art sponge stuff.
No.
The more you know.
That's it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to a little bit just in the corner there.
Okay. See, I would have just slapped on that white paint. And it would have gone terribly, wouldn't it?
It would have.
Just dabbing that on. You can get that pretty accurately as well. Oh, that's really nice. It gives it that cool effect. Gets into all the kind of ridges of the warbler. Good stuff.
Anything else happening?
Back into the terps.
So you can see how quickly,
Mineral turpentine.
see how quickly this paint dries. And we don't have to keep stopping the camera.
Yeah. Dry. Get with the heat gun, but not too close because we don't want to remelt that warbler, right?
Alright.
Keep our distance. Watch our sponges. So warm.
Warm enough to warm the paint up.
Yeah. It's at a distance where it would burn your hand. You're too close.
Yep.
Alright. How's that going, Justin?
Pretty much dry.
Is it dry enough?
Okay, with a little bit of foam.
So it makes you feel a little bit badass using a heat gun.
It does.
Yeah.
Put a fair bit onto
Onto the sponge.
the sponge.
Don't be stingy with your paint.
Don't be stingy.
Just put that here. That way we can see everything you're doing. That's working really well. colour of the wobbler really nicely, really quickly as well.
Yeah, it does.
So you don't need to do additional coats or anything. It covers it perfectly the first time.
Start to run out, just put some more.
Yep.
Scared using the sponge.
Just tap away. Now, little bits are kind of bleeding down into there, but it's all part of the effect, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's meant to do. Whereas if you tried to do it with a paintbrush and it just kind of...
Yeah, you're going to have to like cut it all in.
Yeah, no. Sounds like a nightmare.
It just gives it that sort of superhero-y sort of effect that Deadpool's got.
Yeah. Kind of shadowy and...
Sort of oldish.
Yeah. He's not exactly the brightest and shiniest of the Marvels, is he?
He's not.
He's a bit scungy.
Pretty much.
Deadpool's a bit dirty, you guys.
Doesn't do very well. You a bit careful.
So we don't want to get too much on the eyes there.
You do, you
just say he's bloodshot.
That's a good idea.
Oh, Deadpool. What have you been getting into?
If you do get a bit on the white there, just get the white back off again.
Sure. Might have enough to cover that there. Perfect. Yeah. Excellent.
Now what we're going to do for the sides, we're just going to use just a crappy piece of foam.
Okay.
So we get on the table or on your kitchen bench.
Because this will not come off anything that it's painted on, right?
It's terp, so
yeah. But it could damage whatever surfaces that you've painted onto.
Pretty much. So we're just
going to the edges with a brush there. Yeah. Messy enough. I can eat on that. Oh, it's good. I just keep going. I can't hear you over the heat gun.
What were you saying?
I can't. I don't know what you're doing. Ooh.
Everything can be fixed. Okay, so there's your Deadpool belt buckle.
Nice. So we just need that enamel paint to dry a bit.
Dry up a little bit, and then I'm going to show you how to actually stick it onto a belt.
Nice. So another cup of tea.
Another cup of tea.
We're going to run out of tea. You guys need to send us tea to keep us going.
And our bladder's going to get...
Alright, so we have the belt buckle painted.
Belt buckle painted.
Now you're going to show us how to attach it to the belt.
That's what I'm going to do.
Alright.
Okay, so that should be pretty much dry enough.
Just over here so we can see.
So what we want to do is sort of measure it up like this. Okay.
That's okay. Gotta make sure we can all see what you're doing. Alright.
So get a pretty good idea of where it's going to be attached.
Okay.
I'm going to turn it over without moving it too much.
Alright.
I think I moved it.
Alright.
So what we're going to use is little screws like this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not too sure.
Really?
Like 5mm.
Just a little screw.
So what we want to do is, I'm not going to put it right in the middle because it'll spin.
Okay. Oh yeah, it'll spin the belt.
So this is a lot easier to do with a cordless drill.
Sure. Yeah, the idea of just drilling into cosplay seems strange, but it works.
Yeah.
And the warbler holds the screws in place.
That's it.
Alright, second one. It's a lot better than trying to hot glue it or anything like that.
And
It's
it won't
just,
stick.
yeah,
No.
it's just not going to come off.
And people know about cosplay is that it just, people bump you,
Yeah.
things fall off, and
Yeah,
there's nothing worse than going to a con and everything falling apart because it's just glued.
absolutely. So this way, it will stay together. Look at that, we're done.
And it's not going anywhere.
Not at all. So there we have it. We have our Deadpool belt buckle.
And we'll put the pouch back through again.
Yep. Deadpool belt buckle and pouch.
There we go.
That, fantastic. Thanks very much, Justin. Try to show us how it looks. Oh, look at that.
Look.
Instant Deadpool.
It's awesome! Deadpool's awesome.
Well, thank you very much for
No
showing us.
problems.
And thank you guys for joining us. Be sure to watch our other videos for more tutorials.
That's a wrap.
Get it off the table. Have you ever warbled anything to a table
Yeah, many a time.
and then tried to pry it off?
Yeah, you'll see me doing it this time.
And next up, how to get warbler off a table.
Pretty much going to be the next step.
Fantastic.